everyone. This short little tutorial is meant to help you get started with your very first program using VEX Code Pro V5. So I have asked you to download VEX Code Pro. So when you go to vexrobotics.com and you search for our free downloads, make sure you are downloading the VEX Code Pro version, not the regular version, because this is what we'll be using in class. Okay, so once you have it downloaded, you can open it and it will look something like this. I'm going to show you my robot brain while we go through this. So I just wanted to point out a few important things once you open VEX Code Pro. A few important things that we'll be using, and in this short tutorial, we're just going to download a program without using any of the robot's devices, meaning we're not going to move a motor or anything like that. We are just going to print to the robot brain. So just drawing your attention to a few things here. The options in File are to start a new project, open, and then there are these two tabs here for examples and tutorials. We actually won't be using the tutorials, but we will be using the example code in one of another task that I want you guys to do, but just be aware that these things are here. And what you'll find very important in all of your work are these icons up here. So in this video, what we're most concerned with is using the build feature, which is these three blocks. So build is used when you want to compile your program or build your program. So let's just get started with this super simple program. And what we're going to do is open a new project, and it forces you to name your project immediately. So we're going to call our project Hello. Let's create Hello. I guess we're going to call mine Hello too, but you can keep yours as Hello because I have already written one called Hello. Anyway, and when you start a new project, what you'll realize or what you'll notice is that it takes you right to this main.cpp file. So what you'll notice here is this thing called a file tree, and it automatically generates these 4 files. The one that you actually write your code in is the main.cpp file. We can take a quick look at these, but this is all stuff that goes on in the background when you write a program. But let's have a look at this thing called robot config. So this is automatically generated code, and what you'll notice is it configures, at the very minimum, it will configure the robot brain. If I were to include or add a device to my, that will be called in my program, for example, the claw motor or the arm motor or left and right motor of the drivetrain, if I were to add those into my robot configuration, I would see them here. So we'll save that for another tutorial. Basically, let's just go to main.cpp and let's write our very first little program here. So you'll always be automatically generated with this main function, and in here we're just going to do something really simple. Okay, what we can do is go to this question mark here. It's our help menu, and one of the features here is if I had written a command in here, I could right click on it and get help for that specific command. But since we don't have any commands yet, I can go to command reference and actually look at some of the options available to me for putting in my program, some commands available to me. And we'll notice that all of these ones have to do with the brain because I haven't actually added a motor yet. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to the looks menu and expand that and scroll down to the one that says hello. So brain.screen.print, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. What it's going to do is print something to the brain, and in this case, it's going to print the word hello. Nice feature here, instead of typing it out, we can copy it, we can go into our program, we can paste it. And once I've done this, I'm just gonna click on the question mark again to make that part of the menu go away. What I wanna do is build and compile it. Okay, so when I hit these blocks, I can see that my build has been completed. So I know it's compiled, I know it's ready to go. So how do I actually download code to the brain, robot's brain? Well, you've got a USB cable, okay, that plugs into the side of your brain. And I have to actually I haven't turned my robot brain on yet, so let's do that. When I turn this on, it'll show me my home screen. And just since I have your attention on the brain right now, what I want you to notice is that I have something plugged into my ports 1, 3, 6, 8, and 10. If you followed the robot instructions, the assembly instructions, you would have the same ones, except you don't have anything plugged into port 6 at the moment. Okay, but just looking at your home screen, you have this thing that looks like a controller, a thing that looks like the brain that has devices. You have a couple folders here, and you can see that on my brain, I actually have 2 programs loaded in already. Okay, and what I want to do now is I'm actually going to overwrite my program 1 here that says hello, and I'm going to overwrite it with hello 2 that we just wrote. And the way I do that, the way I know I'm going to overwrite the program is I pick an actual slot for my program to live in. So in this case, if I want to overwrite the one that's already in slot 1, I have to pick slot 1 for hello 2. And right now it doesn't give me any options to actually download to my robot, but that's because I haven't plugged the USB end into my laptop yet. So what I'm going to do is plug the USB in on my laptop side, and I should see. Not sure why I'm having an issue here. Just give me a moment. There we go. Okay, so once it's connected, I can see that a download button appeared, and also this device info icon lit up. So that thing looks like the brain, like the icon itself physically looks like the brain. If I click on this, it just gives me the name. I think I have to update my firmware, which is why I have that little warning symbol there, but we don't really do anything with this other than to notice that it's green, it's lit up, I'm connected to my brain. And now what I want to do is just download the code to my brain, which I'm going to do. And so if you saw on my home screen, my title, I know it's difficult to see, it's a bit blurry, but my program here changed from hello to hello 2. So I've downloaded my code, and now what I want to do is run it. So the easiest way to run your code, especially if you're just printing to the screen and it's not moving around, you can just use the touch screen and press the button and just touch the run button. And what we'll see is, I know it's again a bit hard to see, but in this top bar on the screen, it actually says the name of my program here, which is hello 2. And then the program, as we can see, is being executed. It's printing to the screen the word hello. So how do I stop the program? Well, I can click my power button, and it brings me back to this page where I actually have a stop button available to me. We can see that the program's run for 31 seconds. I can stop it, and then to go back to my home screen, I just press this button. All right, and if I wanted to run it again, I could just do those steps again. Okay, so very basic. I just wanted to get you guys to use the download feature. We haven't actually attached any devices. In the next video, we are going to use a built-in example to actually drive the robot, and I will give you your very first task for this for our V5 robots.